Well, you've seen everything. You've seen the grid, you've seen the practice, but all that matters is how they show up today. Jensen on hold. Didn't get a great launch. We have seen this from him this season. It looks as if Sauron EX has taken the lead from Jensen. Cypers is third, then Milligan in fourth. And then we look back to Babuma as he goes down. That's Milligan having a little look on Sleepers, but it won't happen there. And then comes Babuma, Bergman, Jones, Cater, Martinez. Wood is up in 10th position. So look further down the field. The back of the pack is Jonas Hansen. And Jensen has cleared ahead of Savon EX for the lead. And then Milligan's going to have a look on Sleepers to himself. He's having a look on Savon EX. And as they come through there, zero change in the order. Moving at fifth. And as we look back, here goes Cater. Late move on Bergman, but he goes off. It's the wall. And where's that going to put him as he comes back onto the track? I think Martinez was the one in the background there going a bit slowly. But there we go then. Jensen pulling away out in front from Sauron EX in second, then Sleepers, Milligan, Bavuma. And as we look back, there's Cater trying to get ahead of Bergman. Jones is going to get forced right up to the outside there, but it is Bergman ahead of Cater, ahead of Jones. And then we look back to Martinez. There's Lossell, who's made up a lot of places from 15th. He's into the top 10, followed by Kaye and Raston, Rude, Smith, Genovese, Short, Chicago. Down in 17th, then Smetsky, Lau, and Stuglis. Followed by Doug Hansen. Mundi is pitting with front bumper damage, and then Forsberg is also pitting, as is Kalniaks, and Hutchins is out of the race. Whoa! So it's a Lachlan Hutchins. I think we're about to find out. So he just went into the wall, and I'm assuming several cars collected him. Jensen pulls out a 2-second lead after the first lap, 13 minutes to go. So on the second, Sleepers third, Milligan fourth, and then comes Bavuma. Bergman is running in 6th position, followed by Cater, and then we look back, see Jones, Martinez, and Lawson. Down the inside goes Martinez on Jones for 8th place. Ruben Martinez, the Mexican, has got himself into 8th position. At least for the time being. See if he holds that position. Let's see if anyone here is going to attempt a maneuver. But Boomer has a look to the outside. Don't think it's a genuine one though on Milligan. Unless he's planning to do a switchback, which won't happen there. Jones has a look on Martinez. But you don't really overtake him on the outside. You've got to be bold, and that now allows Lossell to go right down the inside on Martinez. Excellent opportunistic driving from Andreas Lossell. He saw a car going wide, Martinez offline from defending, and he swooped past the pair of them and up to 8th place. Great race so far for Lossell, as he's up 7 places further down the field. Kalniaks has retired. So, not sure what happened there, but he is out of the race. Jensen leads on the ex-Sleepers, as now we see Bavuma trying to get ahead of Milligan. But proving unsuccessful. Over there, as we look back, and we see Kaye running in 11th position, as he's trying to make another place on Martinez. Won't get it done there. Smith has a little look at that's not going to happen there. Meanwhile, there's Shikakawa and Genovese. The 14th, where behind them is Smetsky, and as they come off the corner, and that's going to get pretty tight. As we now look back through the field. See Martinez on the back of Jones. Got a bit out of shape there, but running in 10th position after starting in 11th. Ruben Martinez. Jensen's putting out a 2.4 second lead with just over 11 minutes to go in race 1 of the JTCL. The future drivers in either ITCL or JTCL or WTCL. WC Smith running a little bit wide. We can see Lewis Shaw there with Genovese Lau. Stuglis is going to have to pit. He's got some front bumper damage. So not sure what happened to Rex at Stuglis, but his race is pretty much done for. So look back to the front. So see Bavuma trying to hunt down Milligan. See if there's any opportunistic maneuvers. Maybe further down the order. Lau might be the one to take advantage here. Although he goes off into the wall, and that's Lau's race over. That's Lau's race over. Locked up and into the wall. And now Lau's race is over, just as I was saying, he might be able to take advantage. So I've jinxed another driver. We see Cater defending on Bergman. 6th position. Douglas is struggling with a lack of front end downforce. He's running in 19th position, just ahead of Jonas Hansen, the man who started this race in last. You can see Lau's race is officially over. Hansen leads by 2.5 seconds as they cross the line. Although saying that, 7x's lap times are not horrible, and neither are sweepers. So just keep an eye out for that. As we see Bergman on the back of Cater. We'll keep an eye out for some battles. We've got some battles here and there. Keep an eye out for this battle though, because Bavuma is on the back of Milligan. This is the 4th position. And Bavuma, who started this race in 5th, and Milligan, who started this race 3rd. So both of them have stayed in their positions, or roughly their positions. But they're not going to happen there. Maybe Bergman on Cater. And Bergman goes to the inside on Cater. This is the 6th position. Cater goes a little bit wide, and that's going to make it very easy for Bergman. And so Cater has 0 traction there. And now Bergman is up to 6th position. So now look to Bavuma and Milligan to continuing their duel for 4th position. Obviously, we've got the main fight, isn't it, between 7EX and Bavuma for 2nd in the championship, and at the moment, 7EX gains a huge advantage. Bavuma will be looking to cut that deficit. So we race with 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Let's see. As further in the background, we have a replay to show you. Well, actually, we'll continue this fight because I noticed Smith and Ras were fighting. Behind them is Shikakawa and Rude, as through the right hander we go. Smith, has he got the traction? No, actually, might allow Rude to make this into a 3-wide battle. We are being treated. Let's see, Smith thinks better of it. Rude goes down the inside as he got the traction to get ahead of Smith. And they're still going side by side as they now come towards the final couple of corners. And behind them is Shikakawa and Genovese, who's going wide to try and get some traction out of there. But as we run towards the final couple of corners, and you can see Ras is 12th. Rude's going down the inside on Smith. Now Shikakawa might have a look at Smith here, as Smith might be dropping back for the third ascending one. There is Genovese, he nearly goes into the wall. Great fighting down the midfield, and in the end, very little change in the order. Let's go back up the order, because Bavuma and Milligan are still fighting it out for 4th position. Jensen's now extended his advantage. Bavuma's going for the overtake that never works, and unsurprisingly it doesn't work. And actually goes on a very slow way while there. That's to allow Milligan to get away. For the time being, anyway. As we see Martinez trying the same thing on Jones, and I'll let you guess the outcome for this particular endeavour. Actually, it might put him under pressure. Like Kaito, who after starting 10th has dropped to 11th, but would be a bad point all for him. See, look further back, you can see Rude ahead of Shikakawa. And at the end of the point, you can see Doug go, oh, and it's all gone wrong. Doug really well aggressive there, but look, missed the braking, and he's now going to have to pit. So that's not ideal for him, but he was running a huge effort before then. No real major fights out on track at the moment. Got this fight. Sure, Doug and Smetsky at the end of the points, but other than that, nothing really at the moment. As we see now, Smetsky going ahead of Doug. So that's the end of that fight. You now got on board with down Bavuma as he's trying to hunt down Mark Milligan for 4th, but it doesn't really look like he's making too much progress in his pursuit of the young Australian. This is 4th position. And yeah, Bavuma's not doing anything there. You can see Doug at the back is going to pit. That'll promote Mondi into the points properly. And Jetson is very much minding his own business out in front. He had a slow start, but he is out of track at the moment, and his lap times are pretty quick indeed. 1:37.6. Fastest out of the race, with just over 5 minutes to go. Final 5 minutes of the race. A real action. We're going to fight it. Aston Smith for 12th, and Smith is ahead. Let's see what factor Rude has in this fight as we head towards the final couple of corners. So to fight for 12th place, Rude going to the outside line. Not sure what the plan was there. This drags in Shikakawa and Genovese. Let's see. We've actually got a fight emerging slightly for 10th position, as Kaye is behind Martinez. Got a decent run there. Is he going to send one up the inside? Not there. It's like Kaye is trying to get ahead of Ruben Martinez. Martinez started this race 11th, and Kaye started 10th. So at the moment, they just switched places. Now Kaye is going to be trying to get himself back into the top 10 here, with 3 minutes and 45 or so to go. So I can confirm Doug is not in the weights. In fact, Doug will be the last driver out on track when he comes out onto the track. But let's see if Kaye can get ahead. No, he can't. We're going to go back up the field as we see Bavuma and Milligan now finding out for 4th position. Bavuma has posted a slightly better fastest lap. Both of them fairly matched on pace, but I looks of it then. But Bavuma's closed up to the back of him. With 3 minutes 12 to go. Again, don't know, don't care. Let's see. Is this close enough for Bavuma to tempt it? No, it's not. Kaye's slightly onto the back of Burton, but not really. Kaye might send it. Depends on his exit. It was okay, but I think he's slightly further back than Bavuma was, so I don't really see him sending one down there. Might see it overtaking this fight, though, for 12th between Smith, Rast, and Rude. Rast started this race 9th, so he's had a really poor race. Although that's not something that's new for him this season. Let's see if Bavuma can shape up for a move on Milligan. So Jensen's heading for the final sector now, so I think we've got 2 more laps of racing. After this one. Let's wait and see. Yeah, Bavuma looking like he might try something. 4th position, as Savani X is running 2nd, so we go on, of course, Anthony Soipus is the man who hasn't been on the podium too often this season, is running 3rd. Oh, nicely distanced out in front. Like a boxer retaining his jab, that's like how I would describe this race. Everyone's just keeping each other far enough away to the point where they know they're not in any danger. They're just able to dominate. So it's not the easiest track to overtake at, but let's see. Bavuma is very close to Milligan. This is the 4th position. As we head through there. And here we go. Bavuma is very close. He's got an okay run as well. Let's see, will he tie the move down the inside? No, he won't. Potentially to the inside, or let's see what he does. As he tries the tactic to go around the outside, and it almost paid off, but then he goes slightly wide and loses all the time he gained. He is close enough to try something. Jones will definitely try that one around the outside, as he's close right up on Lossell for 8th place. But he then switched it. Oh, he had to slam on the brakes, not going to the back of Lossell. As Bavuma's dropped off the back of Milligan slightly, as Jones goes down the inside on Lossell for 8th place. It's the first overtaking opportunity we've seen in a while. Will it be a successful one? As down the inside goes Jones for 8th position on Andreas Lossell. And as they come out the corner, they're side by side. Martinez is 10th. This now drags in Martinez, who goes very wide. That might allow Kaye to go out the inside there. As they come out onto the straight, Martinez goes wide. But let's see, traction waste. Lossell got the advantage on Jones, and Martinez got the advantage on Kaye. Jones has managed to hold it slightly with Lossell, as Martinez was trying to find a way through, but he couldn't. As through there we go. And now into the final couple of corners. They've got to be careful here as they all get a bit squibbly on the exit there. It's a very narrow track, so let's see. As Jones has got ahead of Martinez. Lossell. Martinez nearly came to contact there with Kaye. In fact, he might have done. Kaye's got a bit of damage to the front right of his car, but he has defended 10th position from Ike Kaye. Although Ike Kaye takes an aggressive line through there as Martinez was slow. And Ike Kaye is back up into the top 10 after a mistake from Martinez. So the checker flag is now out. So they will complete this lap of racing. And Mikael Jensen leading. 78 is actually caught up behind Doug. That could be a lifeline for sweepers. There's Minigan, there's Bavarian, there's Bergman, there's Kater, there's Jones and Lossell. Martinez is sending one down the inside on Kaye, who gets forced a little bit wide, and that means Martinez is now back up into 10th place, and probably no chance for Kaye to get that place back. Although he does try an aggressive line through there, and he has closed up now to Martinez. So we'll keep an eye on that fight. As Lossell's on the back of Jones, so there could be some interesting fighting further down the field towards the end of this race. Let's see, is Lossell brave enough to go for it? Not there. Kaye is too far back from Martinez. But as we see Lossell going down the inside, we're going to go back to the front though, because Mikael Jensen is going to win. And he's going to win demandingly. We have Savaniacs in second, and Cyphers in third, Milligan fourth, and then Bahuma in fifth. Bergman sixth and Kater seventh, but we see this fight for eighth. Lossell trying to retake the place that he lost a lap ago. Going down the inside, final couple of corners. There's a move in the background, Kaye on Martinez, but Lossell, he lost the place a lap ago. He's trying to get it back. Final couple of corners, it's his last opportunity, and down the inside he goes. Is he going to get it done on Jack Jones? Into the final real corner here, and he's done it at the final corner, Lossell, but then he gets a slow run, and it's compromised him, and Jones holds it. So Jones gets 8 from Lossell, Martinez 10th, Kaye 11th, Smith crossing the lane 12th, Rude 13th, Rast after starting the race 9th, finishes down in 14th as his dismal season continues. Genovese will finish 15th, Shikakawa on his JTCL debut finishes in 16th, Hudson from last managed to get 17th, up 9 places, Shaw in 18th, Smetsky 19th, and a while back to anyone else. Checker Monday, who was one of 4 drivers had to pit in the race. Doug, who's already finished, was a lap down. Crosses the line to hit the last point. Forsberg 21st, and Regis Douglas, last of those not to be lapped to finish. Doug the last finisher. DNF is Lau, County and Hutchins. Great race. We'll see you tomorrow.